I want you to listen to Nina Khrushcheva, Professor Nina Khrushcheva. She brought up an inconvenient truth, an inconvenient reality that we have to face whenever we think about this with the Russia and the possibility that they will actually use nuclear weapons in Ukraine. Check this out, and then we'll take it on the other side.
Now to talk more about the situation in Ukraine, Nina Khrushcheva, Professor of International Affairs at the New School. Professor, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank
It
you.
seems as though U.S. has expressed worries that Putin could possibly resort to using nuclear weapons. Ukraine's president has asked for radiation pills in preparation for a possible Russian nuclear attack. Is that a possibility, you think?
Well, I mean, the conversation about this has been going on for months. We know that. But we also see that the Russians essentially escalating all the time. And even when they de-escalate, they end up escalating. So I don't know. I cannot predict that, but I would not really exclude it from a realm of unfortunate possibilities. I hope it doesn't come to this, but it is possible that tactical nuclear weapons, the way it was used in Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 by the United States, potentially, once again, not a prediction, not even knowledge, but potentially may happen.
If that possibility does occur, it would change. It would change everything, right?
It will change everything. And of course, the Russians would say, I mean, once again, I hate to speculate because I'm almost afraid that once we talk about more, we are going to kind of bring it in. But Russians, of course, will cite the example of the United States in 45. They needed to end the war. So that's how we end the war. Ukraine was asking for it. The West was asking for it. Yes, it will. Things already have changed. I mean, Russia is at war with the world, but that will make it infinitely worse for the Russians. And that's why I hope somebody there in the Kremlin can calculate it still and still will be able to exclude this scenario from happening.
A lot of time. Now, that is serious. In other words, the Russian can actually cite us as the reason and the rationale for actually using atomic weapons. Now, look, there are a lot of things that the Russians are going to put out to the world, and in fact, in discussions that we don't hear in the United States, I've seen them on TV in India, I've seen them on TV in Pakistan and other places where American professors are over there as guests, and these learned people overseas would remind a lot of these professors of several things, right? They would remind them of the invasion of Panama, where there were thousands of Panamanians killed innocent Panamanians killed because America wanted to get their man, Manuel Antonio Noriega. They will remind us of when the United States invaded Iraq, and they would say, the United States, yes, they were going to take care of the military, but in the process to knock a whole lot of things out, did they sacrifice a lot of innocent civilians? Is it not true that a lot of the drone warfare that we conduct here kill a lot of innocent civilians? So we have to be cognizant of all these issues, but more than just cognizant of these issues, we have to be humble. We have to realize that while we may think we're right about certain things and it justify us killing, some innocent people in the process, when you look at Russia will turn all those things against us. Are we like Russia? Are we as evil as is Russia? No, we're not. But again, they create a good pretext and then using what we have done in the name of the United States and many countries overseas, that will make a story that some will accept. I think we need to be humble and we need to start atoning for much of what we ourselves have done.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.